Okay, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a video that I'm really looking forward to making. I'm going to just do a get ready with me, talking about how I've been. I want you guys to tell me how you have been because there's a lot. I just felt like I just wanted to film a chatty get ready with me, and I'm just gonna start because otherwise this video will be longer than it needs to be, and it's already going to be long. I know that for sure. The sun is shining. It's warm out today. It's over 0 degrees. I'm actually in a good mood, so what better day than to film this? I'm just using the Vichy Mineral 89 Skin Fortifying Daily Booster. I've been using this a lot for right before makeup. I put my makeup on and I've been loving it. I'm not going to use any like long wear primer or anything because I'm not wearing this makeup for a long period of time. It's really warm in here. And I actually just went and changed my shirt because it's really warm in this room that I'm filming in. So otherwise, I'm just gonna start sweating. But okay, let's just get into it. So for foundation, I'm gonna use the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Long Wear Soft Matte Long Wear Foundation. I use the shade 100, although I think it's maybe just a touch light for me. And I'm actually gonna mix it with the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Glotion. I'm trying to use this product up because I've had it for a long time and I don't really feel like it makes... I don't know if it makes that much of a difference when I use it underneath makeup. So I'm just gonna mix this together and see how it goes because I'm not wearing this makeup for a long time, so if it looks horrible, well, it doesn't really matter. I don't know if that's gonna make that much of a difference, but we're just gonna put it on. My hair looks a little bit crazy and frizzy because I just got out of the shower, so also bear that in mind. But yeah, like I mentioned before, I kind of just wanted to film this because I haven't honestly been doing that great mentally, to be honest. Like, nothing really major, like nothing to be super, it's nothing concerning. It's just like, I don't know where everyone's COVID rules are at, but I live in Quebec and Manitoba in Canada, and we're fully locked down. Like, I'm actually gonna switch to a sponge. But yeah, we're fully locked down. We have a curfew, so we're not actually allowed to go outside after 8 p.m. Like, we're not allowed to leave our houses after 8 p.m. We're not allowed to do anything. We're basically in like full lockdown. It's only recently that non-essential businesses, aka like pharmacies and grocery stores, were allowed to be open. So like, we're basically where we were a year ago. And I feel like the initial lockdown, I was fine because it was like a new thing. We weren't really sure like how long it was gonna be for, you know, like I was actually okay. I didn't have a ton of work to do, but now it's, I mean, we're a year into this. It's winter. I'm working a ton, which is stressful in and of itself. And then it's like there's nothing that you can do to like relieve stress. It just feels like, you know, like I feel like everyone just kind of wants this hell on earth to be finished. But like, because you're trying to be a good citizen and protect those who are at risk, obviously you follow the COVID rules, so there's like nothing that you can do. And it's just, I feel like mentally really taking its toll on me now. Like, the year mark has hit and I'm okay, but mentally I just feel really drained and not the best. And I'm also working a ton, like I said before, so so that's been a little stressful, I'm not gonna lie. It's not the fact that I'm working, it's just the work that I have to do. And it's not hard work, it's just really, really time consuming, because I feel like I've talked about this a fair amount, but I'm a grad student. I'm doing my master's in environmental science, specifically physical geography, but it's basically environmental science. And I have to do like timed experiments. I'm basically measuring like CO2 and methane gases that are coming off of soil or peat samples. Basically, I have peat in a jar and then I take gas samples every 24 hours, and then I analyze those samples in the lab on a like machine. But I have to do measurements at 0 hours, 12 hours, 0 hours, 6 hours, 12 hours, and then 24, 48, and 72 hours. And then I repeat that for another 72 hours. And it takes me about like 4-ish hours to run a batch of samples. So on the days that I have to do 0, 6, and 12 hours, I'm literally in the lab from 7 in the morning. Like, I get to the lab at 7 in the morning, and then I leave at like between 9 and 10 at night. So I'm literally there for over 12 hours, and then I have to get up the next day and go back to the lab for 7 a.m. and do like, basically then I'm there from 7 a.m. until like noon. So it's just a lot of like man hours, like just doing really boring tasks, and that in and of itself is fine. But then I also feel like I can't do any work, or I'm not motivated to do any work towards my thesis, because I'm just already sitting in the lab for like 5 hours every day. And then I'm just like so drained, and I didn't realize how stressed I was until recently, and I was just like, I am going insane. Like, I was rapidly losing my mind. And I think in a normal quote unquote time where we're not like concerned about a global pandemic, it would be stressful, but it's just like stress compiled on stress. And so I thought, I just want to sit down. I want to talk about some stuff with you guys that has been making me feel like slightly better. So I just thought I would talk about it. The first thing that I want to talk about that I've been finding is really like mentally like kind of calming me down and making me feel a little bit more like centered is yoga. I've been doing yoga with Adrienne videos for a while, like for probably a couple years now, and I would do them like here and there, but I was never like committed. Like I wasn't a regular yogi, if I may. Not that I'm like really that great or anything like that, but I feel like yoga, specifically though, yoga with Adrienne, is so calming and just relaxing, and it's such a gentle way of like moving your body, and it gets me out of my mind, which is really great because I really just like get myself worked up. I overthink a lot, and I just like kind of drive myself a little bit crazy. And normally to get out of that kind of headspace, I do like more intense like activity. Like I'll work out, I'll do like more high intensity workouts, or like go for a run or something. Like that has typically been kind of my coping mechanism. I don't meditate. I don't like to like do that kind of thing. I'm not trying to like really get into my head that much, to be honest, but there's something about like the way that she coaches you through it, and like how she talks, and she's just like the shit. Like I would die for her. I love Adrienne so much, It's been a really great thing to do, and I even did a video recently where like she just like sat and we breathed for like 20 fucking minutes, and never in my life would I ever expect that I would be able to do that because I'm just really not that type of person. But yeah, it's just been so great, especially on the days where I like come home from the lab. I want to do something semi-active, like I want to move my body, I want to do something, but I don't want to go for a walk because it's fucking cold and snowing outside, and I don't really have the like energy or motivation to do like an intense Pilates workout or like a more high energy type of thing. But I can do yoga, and I'm moving my body, I'm stretching, I'm doing some type of like physical thing, but it's just so like peaceful and nice, and it's really been like a great thing for me. I feel like everyone that I watch that's like, oh, I started to do yoga, I'm doing yoga with Adrienne, because of course you are, because she's the fucking best. Okay, so I'm actually going to use this palette. This is the Pat McGrath Mothership This is the Pat McGrath Mothership, what is this? Rose Decadence palette. Sephora, I think it was in December I bought this. They had a sale and then a sale off of sale items. So I got this palette. It's normally, I think, $80, and I got it for $40. And I was like, I have to get it because I've fallen in love with the holiday release. This is the Celestial Divinity palette from her, and I love it so much. So I wanted to try more of her formula because I wanted to see if I loved it as much as this palette. So I'm going to do a look. I think I'm going to combine these. Let me just see here what I want to do. Okay, so I'm going to start with this shade right here. I believe it is called Peach Dusk, and I'm going to put this in my crease. Beyond yoga, I also wanted to talk about some of the things that I've been watching. Number one, this is a little bit more pigmented than I thought. Okay, scratch that. I'm gonna take the shade Venusian Orchid from the Celestial Divinity palette. Can you see that? It's this light pink shade. I'm gonna first use this as a transition shade, and then I'm gonna go into that peach shade just because it's a little bit more pigmented, and I don't know why I can't blend today. But okay, so, oh yeah, what I've been watching. So I am the latest person to the show. I'm aware of that, okay? Like, I also am regretful that I didn't watch this sooner, because it's truly been like light of my life, the thing that has been getting me through. We started watching Schitt's Creek, and I swear to God, it is one of my new favorite shows, especially in COVID, especially now in COVID and lockdown. I just would honestly rather die than watch a drama. Like, I don't want to watch a drama show. I have no desire. The idea of starting like a drama serious series is just like, is like the worst thing to me. I don't want to. I don't know what it is. I think it's because I don't like to experience emotions, which is also, I think, why horror movies are my favorite genre. That's a whole other fucking can of worms. However, I do love like 20-minute sitcoms. That's maybe an unpopular opinion, but I don't know. I like to mindlessly watch things, and I'm not going to be apologetic about it. But New Girl is like one of my favorite shows. Honestly, like, I could watch New Girl over and over and over and over forever. And I think I've watched New Girl like at least 3 times in its entirety. I don't know why. Objectively, maybe it's not like the best show in the world, but there's something so calming about it to me, and it makes me so happy. And I think it's just so fucking funny. I don't know why. I love New Girl so much. And Schitt's Creek is like becoming my New Girl. I think it's hilarious. I love also that it's a Canadian show, It makes me so happy to know that so many of the actors are Canadian, if not all. Now I'm going into the peach dusk shade and putting that in my crease. And it's so great. My girlfriend pointed it out and I feel like it's really true. She said that it feels like a modern and better corner gas, and I honestly think that's super accurate. If you're Canadian, maybe specifically a prairie thing, I don't know, because I grew up in Manitoba in Canada, and I don't know if it was a prairie thing or if like people everywhere in Canada watched corner gas, but growing up I used to fucking love corner gas. I thought it was like the epitome of comedy. Like I just thought it was like the fucking best thing I've ever seen, and this just truly does feel like a modern, better, more funny version of corner gas, and I love it so much. We're not finished it yet. We're on the middle of season 6, and I have a feeling that by the time I upload this video we're gonna be done it, but I love it. I also love Catherine O'Hara, so I have been loving her. She's also hilarious, and I just love it so much. It brings me so much happiness when we watch it, and that is like #1 fave, honestly. And okay, so at this point, if you are related to me in any way, I would probably strongly encourage you to stop watching. Now, if you continue to watch this video and you hear something that you don't want to hear, that is not my fault. That is yours, because I'm warning you. Okay? Just putting it out there. So if you're my family, just maybe sit this one out. But I don't know what it is. Okay? Like, I get that sexuality is a spectrum. If you are one of my close friends, you're gonna know what I'm gonna say. But I get that sexuality is a spectrum, okay? Generally, my entire life, I'm pretty fucking gay. Like, I've never really had feelings, like, intense attraction to men. I'm a lesbian. Like, I generally have been attracted to women or non-binary people. Like, men, not really my thing, to be honest. Dan Levy could fucking get it. Like, I think I'm so attracted to him, and it's really like, it's been a time. I think he's so fucking hot. So that has also been a great time for me. I don't know what it is. I just think he's so attractive. I don't know if I'm attracted to him or if I'm like aesthetically attracted to him, but I actually think that I'm like fully attracted to him. I don't know. Anyway, so Dan Levy has also been a favorite recently. And Schitt's Creek, but also Dan Levy. We also started watching Sherlock. Again, I have watched, okay, this is also another fucking thing. I love Sherlock, the BBC show. In high school, I was literally obsessed with it. Ask anyone in my family. I loved Sherlock. I loved Benedict Cumberbatch. I was like really fucking into it. My Tumblr was Down with John Locke. Like, I had a Tumblr that was dedicated to Down with Webster the band, because I was a full fucking groupie for Down with Webster and John Locke, which is the ship name for John and Sherlock, if you haven't watched the show. Okay, so I just put this shade in my crease. This is called Hedonistic Rose, and I think I'm just going to go into this shade now, which is Fuchsia Flame. It's this pink fuchsia shade, and I'm just gonna put this all over my lid. But yeah, so now I'm forcing my girlfriend to watch it. She isn't as big of a fan of it as I am, but I have been really loving going back down memory lane. Although I will say it's kind of like sad to watch it as a little bit of a smarter, older human being, and just realizing how much queer baiting there is in that show. It actually is kind of sad for me, because obviously they like never got together in the show, but I didn't realize like truly how much queer baiting there was in that show. Like I kind of thought that I was just like making it up in my mind and that like everyone just like really shipped their characters, but I didn't realize how like truly there's a fucking reason that everyone shipped them, because the show is so, I want to say the show is so gay, but it's not so gay. It just queer baits the entire time. And it really like is kind of disappointing to me to watch it back, just because I don't know, like I just like especially at that time in my life and that age, I just like wanted to watch a gay relationship, and it just never happened. And I was so invested in this relationship that never even existed in the show in the first place. But it is objectively a good show. Like it's been really fun to like rewatch it and re-experience it as an adult, but it's also just kind of like a weird thing as well. So also that's why I've been loving Schitt's Creek so much, because that I think honestly that's like the most non-toxic gay or queer relationship that I've ever seen portrayed on a show, period. I've never seen, even in the fucking Happiest season, still fucking a toxic relationship. Like, okay, sure, it was like movie where there was like 2 lesbian main characters, but like the one fucking bitch in that movie was so toxic that I feel like collectively the audience was like, we don't even want you guys to be together. Even though it did like end up positive in the end, but the middle part was not great. Okay, so this is basically, I think, the eye done. It's relatively simple. I feel like, okay, actually I'm gonna tap some of this gold shade, Golden Honey, over in the center of my lid just because I want to. The mattes have been blending out really well. Like, Pat McGrath has such beautiful mattes. These shimmers are almost more like, they're metallics, but they're not super sparkly or anything. They're nice, but they're not like out of this world, really intensely like sparkly or glitzy, which is fine. Not everyone wants that, but yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna hop off camera. I'm gonna do my other eye and then I'm gonna be back just for time saving purposes. Okay, so my other eye's done. Let's just finish up my face. I'm also going to use the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Concealer. This is also in the shade 100. Oh shit, I actually have fallout that I want to try to brush away. Oops. I actually don't really love this concealer. I'm trying to finish it up, but I don't know why, but it just always looks like really dry on me. And I really don't have that issue with many concealers because I'm so oily and I don't really have like dry patches on my skin. I want to love it so bad, but I just don't, unfortunately. And now that I've done both eyes, like I said, the metallics aren't super like shimmery or like glittery or super intense, but they are still pretty. I mean, everything is going to depend on personal preference at the end of the day, but Pat McGrath's matte shadows are just so beautiful. Like, they're so easy to blend. They're so buildable. I really love them. But I think before I left off, or where I left off, was just going on a diatribe about how there are no positive gay relationships portrayed in media. And so Schitt's Creek is fucking doing it right. David and Patrick are like my favorite, probably my new favorite of all time TV or movie couple. They're a positive, just lovely relationship to watch, period. And then the fact that it's a gay relationship just makes me so happy, because it's something that my girlfriend and I always talk about. It's like, it's not that hard to have like positive queer representation in media. It's not that hard. You just do the same thing that you do with straight people. And then that's, you know, that's what you do. And so it's just been nice to like finally have that. And it's just been a dream. I literally can't stop talking about Schitt's Creek, but watching Sherlock has also been kind of a fun time as well. I also wanted to shout out a couple YouTubers that I've been loving recently. I've kind of like go back and forth between what YouTubers I watch frequently. There are obviously like some that I watch all the time, but I found recently that I've really been into watching creators that are pretty small. I mean, I'm fucking tiny as shit, but I've been enjoying watching people who are like my size or maybe a little bit bigger, like have about 1,000 subscribers. And I have really shied away from watching like really big YouTubers. I watched like Raw Beauty Christie and Samantha Ravindall and you know, Alana Davison and Jamie Page. Those are like the bigger YouTubers that I like watch on a frequent basis. But I've been really loving to watch small creators, so I thought I would share some people who I've been absolutely loving recently. I've been really loving to watch Tyra from 100 Palettes Later. She is, all of these people make content that are pretty like similar to what I make. She is so great. She has really great swatch videos. She just does very similar videos to what I do. I love her personality. I think she has like very similar opinions to me in terms of like makeup releases and makeup products, and if you like my content, I would really encourage you to go check her out. She's also Canadian, which I always love to support Canadian individuals in any way, and so I would really recommend going to check her out. I'll link all of these people in my description box. I've also been loving watching Skye the Cloud. They're so funny. They're honestly just such a joy to watch. They do a lot of like multiple looks with one palette videos. They do a lot of like reviews, brand overviews, swatching videos, dupes. They swatch a lot of like sparkly shadows, which I always love to watch, and they're really sarcastic and funny, and I love them a lot. And then another person who I've become obsessed with is Katie Revell. She recently followed me on Instagram and I almost died. I think she's just the coolest person. Like, I swear, oh, she just like is so cool. Her video quality also is amazing. She does also a lot of like multiple looks with one palette videos, which are probably one of my favorite videos to watch and make. She does like shop my stashes, lots of like chatty get ready with me's. I really love her as well, and I've been like binge watching all of her videos recently, and I just think she's the fucking coolest person ever. I also have really been liking another channel that I have, they're a recent discovery, but I love the way that they do their makeup, is the channel Twintorials. Again, like I said, it's a more recent discovery, but I just love their makeup aesthetic. I think they do their makeup so cool, and I really love them. They also recently followed me on Instagram, and when I saw that, I gasped. I was like, oh my god. If for some reason you're not already following them, I would say run, don't walk, and go follow them all. I also have been like low-key, I was never really a vlog watcher, to be honest. I've been watching YouTube for a long ass time, like since the dawn of YouTube basically, but I've always pretty much been in like the beauty space. I haven't delved that deeply into many other like genres of YouTube videos, but I recently have gotten back into watching vlogs. I watched them here and there when I was younger, but especially when I've been stressed, there's something about vlogs that are just kind of like really relaxing to me. I don't know, because I never really liked to watch them before, but I've slowly been getting back into them. Specifically, probably my favorite channel to watch for vlogs is Rhiannon Ashley Vlogs. She is, her and her family, they're a little British family. Her and her, I don't know if they're married, her and her partner, and her daughter, they're just living in England, living their life, and I don't know. I just think they're so cute. Her daughter is so cute, and I'm not really like a child person. Like, I don't particularly care for them in general, but her daughter is so cute, and the way that she does her vlogs, it's just like, she just vlogs her life, you know, doing her everyday life stuff, and she films it, but it's so relaxing and calming, and I just have been loving to watch her. I don't know, her channel is so relaxing to me, and I've been watching like her Vlogmas videos because I've been watching her channel so much that I'm just like, I desperately want her to release more videos. I'm watching like her old Vlogmas videos because that's how much I love her. I also have been watching Estee Lalonde. I've been watching her also forever, like probably since she started her YouTube channel. I don't watch all of her videos, but I don't know what it is also about her, but I just think she is so like so cool. It's been so cool to like watch her grow as a person because I've been watching her for so long that she's really like obviously grown up a lot, and it's just like kind of cool to like see that. I also love to live vicariously through her because she's like, she's a classy fucking lady. She has uses lots of products that I can only dream of using, and I've also been loving to watch her vlogs. She doesn't upload like super frequently, but I feel like her videos are so still like OG YouTube, and I don't know, I find her videos super comforting, so I've been watching her a lot as well. Oh, okay, and then two more YouTubers that I've also been loving. Obviously, Tina from The Fancy Face. I love Tina so much. She's one of my all-time favorite YouTubers, and she's almost at 100,000 subscribers, so if you are not subscribed to Tina, go do that. If you're gonna subscribe to anyone, go subscribe to Tina. She's so great. She's so hilarious. She does such great quality videos, and she's so consistent with her uploads. I love her, and I want to give her a shout out. She's like way bigger than me. All of these people are bigger than me, but she's so close to 100,000 subscribers, so go to her page and go subscribe to her. I also have been loving Alicia from Kinky Sweat. She is a bougie lady. She also uses, like, she's really into like luxury makeup. Now I'm just gonna spray my face using the Maybelline Lasting Fix Setting Spray. For highlighter, I'm gonna use the Artist Couture Diamond Glow Powder in the shade Cocoa Bling. But yeah, Alicia she's a luxury makeup gal. She is definitely, I think we definitely have different makeup preferences, but the way that she does her reviews is so like thorough and detailed, and she gives such amazing reviews and like product shots and like demos, and there's something in that I find super relaxing as well. Like, I don't know what it is, but the way that she just like goes super in depth on products and just like really dives into their uses and like application methods and all this stuff. I just have really been enjoying her videos, even though like they're not generally products that I'm in the market for. I'm not really like a luxury makeup person, but if I was ever going to buy a luxury makeup item, she's like the first channel that I would go to, and I just love watching her content. She also just puts so much effort into her videos, and I just really would recommend checking her out as well. I've loved her for a while, but specifically I've been like watching her videos as like soon as she uploads them. And then to finish off for blush, I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty Kilowatt Foil Duo in Mimosa Sunrise and Sangria Sunset. I'm going to use this pink shade today. And yeah, so I didn't realize that I had so many YouTubers as favorites, but YouTube is like my, if I'm not watching shows with my girlfriend, YouTube is my number one like entertainment source. I actually don't really watch shows alone. I'm not like a huge TV person. I don't know what it is. I just really don't watch a ton of shows on my own unless it's like New Girl or something like that. So YouTube is like my number one form of entertainment. I also have randomly really been getting into like taking baths. I've never been a bath person. I generally haven't enjoyed taking baths. I'm kind of weird. Like baths to me were always like, I just didn't want to like, it just felt like you're just sitting in your own like dirtiness, like you're just sitting in your own juices in a bathtub. I don't know, it really was like never appealing to me. I didn't really like feel like I saw the point in like taking time to just like relax in a bath. Like I've always been a shower person. I really have never been into baths like at all, but I wanted to be a bath person. Like everyone who is a bath person is like fucking really intense about how much they love bathing. So it was like, all right, fine. I got the fucking Epsom salts out. I got some bubble bath, and I was like, let's try to get into it. And I've actually been enjoying it. Recently, I was having a particularly stressful week, and then I was going into another stressful week. Like I was working a lot, and I had been looking forward to having a bath for a week, for a full like 7 days. And so I ran the bath, and I was like getting all prepared. I lit like a fucking candle, like I was ready for it. And then I got into the bath, and the hot water had run out. So it was like a lukewarm bath, and then I tried to like turn the tap on, and it was just like freezing cold water. So my bath was like cold, and I just sat in there. And then I was like, well, I have to fucking get out. Like there's no point in sitting in a cold bath. And then my girlfriend was like, what, aren't you supposed to be in the bath? Like, what are you doing? Because I was like standing in my robe, brushing my teeth, and I just started bawling. It's like, I just want to have a bath. So if that doesn't accurately represent my mental state as of late, I don't know what does. Hence why I'm making this video, because maybe other people also need things to cheer them up right now. Alright, and that is basically it. I know I've been talking for a while. I'm gonna put liner, lashes, and lips on, and then I'll be back to hopefully give a brief conclusion to this video. Alright, and this is the look with my lashes and lips on. I used the ColourPop BFF Lippy Pencil, and I also used the Nude Sticks. I always put this away. Oh no. And I also used the Nude Sticks Lip and Cheek Pencil in the shade Whisper. I haven't used this in so long, and this used to be my go-to nude. It's so pretty. It's like the perfect like brownie pink like nude shade. It's really nice. I've talked a lot so far, so I'm not going to talk that much more. Hopefully this was enjoyable. You know, we could catch up, chat about things that I've been loving, things that have been making me happy. Let me know how you guys are doing. Let me know if there's anything specifically that has particularly been bringing you joy in this time. Like I would love to know, because it's been a struggle, I'm not gonna lie. But I have been able to find comfort with some of these things that I've mentioned. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye. Because I feel like collectively, we all feel like literal pieces of garbage. Or maybe that's just me.